Yo, what's going on, guys? Playing some Udyr in the jungle with the best runes and build. We have Conquer, Triumph, Tenacity, Last Stand, alongside Conditioning and Revitalize with attack speed 80 and armor. For your highest win rate, AP tanky Udyr build right now, Jack Show is incredibly powerful. After Jack Show, you're going to be building into some standard Udyr items. You want to go straight into Demonic. It's still super powerful for melee champions. It's just kind of garbage for range champs at the moment. Once you have Jack Show Demonic, then you want to go for Sunfire. And then typically everything after that situational. If you need more armor, you can pick up Thornmail Frozen Heart. If you need magic resist, you can go for Vistage. Looks like the team traded off. Bot side somebody died, and top side somebody died. Urgot's level 1's one of the strongest level 1s in the game. You don't want to try to solo him. He has a high damage flip move, which also gives him a shield and helps him land his passive. I have a feeling these guys are on my red buff. I waited for a moment to make sure, but if you are sure they're there, definitely just go start on the opposite side of your map. You'll only be behind by one camp on the enemy jungler, if that, when all is said and done. Do keep in mind that you take the enemy's jungle camps 20% slower than your own, a feature of the new jungle item. Since we didn't get a very good leash, we'll just go ahead and smite it, move on to the next camp. We want to get level 2 ASAP. Without a leash on Udyr, you can usually do 315s. And with the leash, you can usually do 305s, 306 full clears, which is pretty fast. Scuttle doesn't spawn until 330. So as long as you're finishing your clear before 330, that's what really counts. Ideally, in this current jungle meta, you want to be able to gank at least once before Scuttle spawns to give yourself that edge to where the enemy jungle can't contest you. I think we actually could solo Master Yi if we play it properly. Basically, if he uses his Q early, he'll lose, and we can just kite him out. But if he holds on to Q, we can't really engage on him very well. So that's what that's going to look like. So whoever commits first will lose the interaction. So what I'm thinking. Usually lead in with R on camps, especially when you don't have your E. Your R has more range than your auto, so you can start it up sooner. You want to use empowered R on any AoE monster camp. And then you'll use empowered Qs against single target monster camps like blue, red, Gromp. Once you have 3 points in your R, you don't really use your empowered Q anymore on AP tanky Udyr. It's just not doing enough damage. At that point, you would only be doing empowered Rs. Probably could have saved Smite for Gromp. That's fine though. Because of that, it looks like it's not going to quite be a 315 rip. Slightly longer, about a 320. Now we get our E, max R first, W second, and E last, and no points more in Q. We don't really have time to gank because there's nothing to gank here. Because I could run top, I'll ghost for this. I gotta get here ASAP. Stun on the Yi, kite it out, stun on the Olaf, hit him with R, and a turtle stance here into another stun. Yeah, this guy's in trouble. I'll tell you that right now. Empowered R into him. And that should be it. Nice, nice, nice. I had to use empowered E to close that distance. There's no way they can fight us 2v2, especially with Urgot having the early gold advantage. He should really stay for this wave. Otherwise, it's going to end up freezing on him. Olaf can't really all-in me here, especially if I stand away from my exit route. Then he won't be able to pick up his axe very easily. Now we'll pull off our Scuttle Crab, pick that up. Urgot should reset. Man, I'll tell you what, if Urgot gets a kill pre-6, he gets pretty scary. I've played a fair share of Urgot top. It's time to reset. On your first back on Udyr, your goal is to get Swifties or Lucids. Lucids and Swifties are incredibly inexpensive and play well with tanky AP Udyr's playstyle. The biggest downside to Udyr's highest win rate tanky build right now, which is Jack Show, is it doesn't really do much in partials. The items that I build into it are kind of useless for clearing your camps. It doesn't speed up your camps whatsoever. And it doesn't make your ganks better, because when you're ganking, people are usually trying to get away from you, not fight you. So it's something to think about. I'll run past my camp here. These guys are really far out of position. I'll E through the Lux Snare. We get the stun. I don't know why Rel went that deep, but it still turned out pretty well. Udyr plays quite well into Morganas and Luxes. Slow immobile champions that rely on a heavy CC to get you away from them. Udyr is great. As long as your pass is up, you can use your empowered E and go straight through it. Your E doesn't cleanse CCs, but as long as it's on right before it hits you, you should be fine. It lasts for 1.5 seconds, so the timing isn't that tight on it. Ooh, Vex getting soloed. That's not good. We're spamming our E in between camps to get there sooner. Every camp we pretty much start out with an E into R, W, Q. I think I could actually kill this guy here. That's a big wave though. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't worth it. Because I did just give up a bunch of minions for that and didn't really get anything out of it. Mastery topside, did he skip anything? We'll check real quick. I have 2 camps on my bot side I could go for. He started on his blue buff, it's gray. My red buff's gray as well. Yellow means it's up in 10 seconds. I think gray means 30 seconds. It's either 30 seconds or a minute. They keep changing it. Just know that yellow means 10 seconds or less. Level 6 isn't really a power spike for Udyr at all. Because you don't have a normal ultimate on him. For a lot of champions, when they hit level 6, all of a sudden they have a way higher gank threshold or kill threshold. Capacity, I should say. Udyr, not really. He has a very linear, smooth scaling that doesn't change too much per level. Oh, this Vex is about to die again. She gets him with the slow. We'll get him with the stun. And the R. I ghosted for this because Vex was about to die if Cho'Gath R was up. Got that wave push. He's bot side. He does have his blue buff. And Caitlyn's giving him some juicy free gold, unfortunately. It was actually really bad timing for me. If they could have just stalled that out a little bit longer, we could have been there. Got a few dark seal stacks here. You never want to go Dark Harvest on Udyr. But Dark Seal, very nice because it builds into Mesh, which gives you mobility. Just wait till you're at 10 stack Dark Seal before you do that. He might be on Dragon. I can't really stop it if he is as well. Lux is being kind of greedy here. She really is kind of staying. Oh, this is warded. They must be over there. The Cho'Gath's kind of pathing into it. You might actually be on drag right now. I can't do anything about it. I'm a little surprised they stayed, or at least the Lux did. Little unusual. Cho'Gath's very gankable. Any champion that lacks dash or a leap in their kit, very easy for Udyr to handle. Udyr isn't very mobile himself. All you have is a one speed up and potentially a second speed up if you want to use your passive on your E, which is only worth it if you're dodging a CC with it, like going through it. That's why Swifty's early tier 2 boot rush on Udyr is so valuable. Oh man, you see he's getting fed, bruh. I think Urgot's going to start to struggle against Olaf when Olaf's on his R. Urgot can't flip him or R him. Olaf's a direct counter to Urgot because of that. I think Herald's gone. He's keeping up in CS. He actually has more CS than us, which is a little surprising. I do wonder how much of that is from minions, though. I couldn't really stop them from taking that. I was hoping Olaf would stop. I mean, I can't do anything anyways. Me and you are very similar gold spent. I'm just faster than he is. He's going to bully me off. He's getting so much free gold right now. Could almost finish the Jack show. Just need another 600 gold. Bot lane's probably our easiest gank. The Lux Ashe have 0 mobility. We can sprint through their CC and their slows with our empowered E. You do max your E last normally on Udyr because you need the tankiness from your W when you're the main front line for your team. I'll go mid here. I wish Vex would stop pushing though. He's already on full Bork. That's really bad. Yeah, he's grabbing the bot wave right now. Am I on a ward or something? This guy's sure acting like it. Bork is really scary to fight. I think we can do this. I'll ghost for it. Smite him for the slow. And the stun, double R. Hit him with Qs. And this is part of the issue with Cho'Gath mid, is he's so slow. Gotta stun him early, get him away from the Vex. Get him with our smite, and down he goes. He spent his whole R duration chasing rather than fighting. If he turned on us, we could have just ran away, just stun, run. He wouldn't really be able to keep up at that point. We need to group up for this. Pop double R. There's no point of using empowered Qs anymore since we have so many points in R and we have magic damage. R is doing way more damage in powered, even at single target, than our Q would be doing. I don't have... Lux must not have R because she's running away, or she's scared of my bot lane. I didn't have smite there, so Lux could have messed me up if she did have R. She might just assume to have smite. Her R right now is probably only doing around 400 or 500 damage, if that. Probably only 300 actually, if she doesn't already have her passive marked on them. I gotta go mid here in a second. Cho'Gath's scared to push. He doesn't know where we're at, even if he assumed that the Vex recalled. He's about to get some more gold. Man, dying to Yi-Ganks, that's rough. He doesn't even have boots, so he's not fast at all. He's gonna get big. Our win con's still definitely drag soul. It's gonna be the only way we win this game. Outside of E just like throwing in interesting ways. I get this done and a double art. Vex gets knocked up. I don't want to stand near the brush and take this. Cho'Gath can rotate and knock me up. Plus, if he happens to show up, we want to have some space to run and not have him on top of us with autos immediately. Getting kind of close to finishing jungle item. Just need about 9 more camps. I have a feeling Vex is about to die to a gank. Because E's missing. And if I was E right now, Vex is the only thing that looks gankable on the map. Alright, he laid that from base. I have time, I'll come mid. These pings, man, there's so many pings, it's easy to accidentally do the wrong one. I think he laid Herald just because it was going to run out. He didn't get too much value with it, only a single plate, I think. He's bot side. Need to get this pushed. He gets more kills. He's getting... Every time he ganks bot, he gets kills. It's crazy. I can't tell if this guy wants to chase me or not. I don't think he knew if he wanted to. He doesn't really have the items to do so, I don't think. Urgot's pretty strong. We could maybe burst E, even though he has shield bow. Oh, he's gonna let me have it. That was nice of him. Yeah, he's ridiculously fed. I need to back and spend my gold. That's crazy, though. He's 2 full item. I don't even have a full item yet. There we go, full item. Now we want to go for Demonic. Demonic's gonna be really important. Jack Show, the armor and magic resist is only going to be so useful against the E. Against the rest of his team, it's going to be pretty useful. E has a lot of true damage. Once he gets Rage Blade, he's going to slice through us pretty hard. We'll save stun until he actually gets on a teammate. Because if we just run at him... Oh, I think Urgot wins that. Now, never mind. At least the gold went to Olaf and not Master Yi. That's exactly what we don't want to happen. The more gold that goes to Mastery, the harder the game will get. In terms of junglers that outscale you on Udyr, in a team fight, I would say kind of Lilia, kind of Mordekaiser, and definitely Master Yi. can be problematic. I just have to run past this. Use my ghost and get on this dirty Lux. Double R into Q. Now I gotta swap targets. Get on the Choder. I can't kill anyone. They're all flashing. Ashe is... Oh, okay. That was nice. We should really stay for the turret here. I will say, if we do chain CC the E, he will die. Caitlyn has some gold. He's missing on the Herald area. He might float into Vex there. I'll hover on her right side. Hopefully she doesn't go blind check a bush on her left. It's the only way she'll die here. Right now we're just hovering in between, making sure we can keep everybody alive. We get the stun into double R, smite him, and down he goes. He's not strong enough to fight 1v3, especially if he's having to use his R to close distance. He shouldn't have gone for that fight. He didn't know we were there, and he just had overcommitted at that point to where he would rather coin flip it at that point rather than guaranteed wasting his R and getting nothing. Which, oh my god, why? That's not worth at all. We already had the kill advantage. All we had to do was go for drag. There's nothing to fight for, especially if there's 2 or 3 of them underneath turret at that point. What are we gonna do? We don't have Baron buff. We don't have Herald. There's really nothing left there to do. Don't mind if I do. He still hasn't finished his full jungle item, which is kind of interesting. He's playing very kill heavy. He probably has a lot of treats though because of that. He's just playing so heavy for minions and kills. It's wild. Can I take this in time so he doesn't get it? I run away. Oh, now I die. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, wait, I don't die? What? Thought the Ashe R had doomed me. That was kind of interesting. No clue how I lived there. The Urgot got shut down. That's bad. But hey, at least you didn't get gold and you didn't get R resets to wipe the whole team, right? And power W because we need to heal. I didn't even get to get off my second auto there. Caitlyn's killing the wave so fast. He's still not full jungle item. I don't think he realizes that he's missing out on a massive chunk of tankiness because he's missing out on 20% tenacity from green jungle item. Got him with smite. Down he goes. I don't think a lot of people realize how that works still. They're not used to the new stuff. Because if he had that tenacity and shield, it'd make this game a lot harder than it needs to be. So I've been trying to take as many of his camps as possible, as he's been dying so often. Hopefully my team doesn't let me die here. Got it. That's pretty funny. Yeah, he still needs... With his treats, he basically needs 3 camps, not 5. A chode. That turret's literally like 1 shot. Someone just gotta hit it. I don't think Cho realized that as he was stepping up there. We get some ghost extensions. I wasted passive. Dang. Just trying to get them off the turret, but it's not worth it if Master Yi gets the kill. Nice. Yeah, I shouldn't have done it. I didn't see the Master Yi flank. That was my bad. Master Yi getting resets is always really, really bad. Gets to pop off with all of his abilities. Urgot should take red. He's pretty fed. He's doing a lot more damage than me, and he has more kind of auto attacks than we do. He can pump them out faster. So it'd be better off going on him for sure. Oh, hey, Lux. Goodbye, Lux. Wow, Vex is so balanced. And what world is that balanced, bro? Vex needs to be nerfed so bad. Get this done. And yeah. Vex is actually so broken, dude. She's a 10 times better version of Annie. Imagine if Annie had R resets and hypermobility and AoE, constant AoE hard CC that can knock people out of the air. That's Vex. Vex has the only fear in the game that stops people out of their dashes. The only one. They artificially did it because she wasn't very good. There's a lot of matchups that could just kind of time their jump to go through her fear, to where the duration of her fear would be mostly used up by the time their jump ends. So then they're like, oh, well, what if it just, you know, stop their jump or their dash? And now it's if she times her, any of her abilities, when people are jumping at her, they can never get her, ever. Because it literally stops their mobility. Champ's so cracked. 10 stack mesh, that's a lot of mobility. To show you that mobility, we're at 444. 444. Urgot shouldn't have backed here. That was a bad back timing, and he already has plentiful items proportional to the enemies for us to fight here. It's got a Thorn Mail. We'll see how good that is. It's only going to be useful if Olaf or E focuses him, which I doubt they'll do. I mean, they might have to, but I know they prefer to get on anyone else. Yi's biggest issue is he doesn't have a Yuumi or a Lulu. Me and Rel have so much CC between us that just us alone kind of makes it to where he's struggling to get off any auto attacks. He hasn't finished his jungle item yet. He's going to be going for this. He might be in my jungle. Yeah, he's trying to finish it. Yeah, he smited it. He literally smited it to finish it. How funny is that? I think we can just do Baron because Ashe is bot side. Why not? Yi smite most likely on cooldown since he just smited to finish jungle item. Ashe showed bot side. Me and Urgot could easily take it 2 by ourselves. It's just a matter of the speed. Got it. That's huge. Big, big, big. 300 gold for all of us. Some extra stats. And now our minions can survive the Lux burst a little bit better. Rel decides, you know what? Why should we push here when we have the momentum? I should just reset. Hey, Ashe. I got her flash at least. Nearly killed her as well. Oh, from downtown. That was sick. That was nasty. Empowered E, ran through all of their CC. Now all we do is just stay alive, wait for the team, play around the Baron buff. As long as I'm in a position to stun Yi immediately, he can't really do anything. As long as my teammates are there to hit him as well while I'm doing it. Hey, Lux. Got Lux flash. Got the Ashe flash a moment ago. Q for the extra attack speed. Oh, hey, Lux. I don't know where Yi is, but I need to be there. Hey, Mr. Tinkles. Yeah, I was in the wrong spot. I let Yi get a kill. That's my bad. Even if I push 3 of them away, if Yi gets a kill, it's not really worth. Yi is their whole team at the moment. As long as I don't throw my shutdown gold, that is. If we all start throwing shutdowns, then all of them can be like Master Yi. And that's GG's, guys. The power of Jackshow Udyr. Super tanky. And I guarantee you we're still going to have pretty high damage dealt. We'll take a look at damage dealt, damage taken on the charts here. Looking at damage dealt to enemy champions, we did not have the most in the game, but we did have a reasonably high amount compared to some players. Looking at damage taken, on the other hand, we had taken the most on our team. Not quite the most in the game. That being said, not many people are focusing us. For self-mitigated, on the other hand, we took the most by a lot. Self-mitigated is your armor, magic resist, and shields. Self-mitigated, we'll just call it 40k because it's really close. So we self-mitigated 40k. That is about 14k higher than the next highest person. So add 14k to our damage taken, and we took the most damage in the game by a lot, basically by 30%. Very good. So decent damage, most damage taken. Was constantly able to put out lots of AoE slows in a fight and stuns. Udyr is in a really good spot whether you want to play him tank AP or AD. Very, very strong. Highly recommend him. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Kingsticks. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.